I've trained every day this week. My legs are knackered. I'm gonna run 1 mile every hour. Now this is like massively inspired by Bo Miles. He done an incredible version of this video. However, I'm gonna do my own take on it, which is a lot more like London-esque swearing. Oh, I've just dropped a fucking screw. And getting my version of shit done, because he's like a beautiful carpenter and DIY man, and I am not. I've waited until I've got a day of loads of odd jobs and DIY shit to do, except mine probably won't be anywhere near as impressive. So basically what I'm going to do is every hour on the hour, I'm going to run 1.1 miles. Well,
get running.
I'm not going to wear this. I'm going to sweat quite a lot running in this. I'm wearing yesterday's clothes. I've not showered in like 3 days. Some might call it disgusting, I call it preparation for while we're living in a van. Got to be used to stinking of bum. Alright, this is the first mile of the day. It's not really anything special. 1.1 miles, 1.18 mile done. Time to crack on with the jobs for the day.
There's a handful of jobs that we want to get done today. We want to extend the bench. A lot of these are just going to make more sense as you see what we're doing. Sort the electric stuff. Spray paint the pole, because that yellow is insanely offensive to me. Build the tool area. Carpet the bench. Ladder, we can be bothered. And roof rack, potentially. Plastic boxes for storage. Buy and fit the conduit to hide all my wonky cuts. Paint the exterior of the van. There's a couple of rust spots that need sorting. Fit the baskets for some extra like niche, like easy storage. Test the mattresses to see if we fucked up all of the bed measurements. And edit my day in the life video.
Is he going to piss hard today?
I'm not sure.
So the first couple of jobs that we wanted to get done were removing the pole and doing anything paint related, because we didn't know what the weather was going to do for the day. So as you can see here, this is the like safety pole that used to be on for helping people climbing up, and honestly I wanted to keep it because it like protects the cabinet thing that's there, but also will help you when my legs are tired and you do actually find yourself using it quite a lot. I just really don't like the yellow, so we figured out how to take it off. It was a bit of a pain in the arse because the cabinet was in the way, but we got it off and then run a line of primer over it and then painted it black, but that took a little bit of time because obviously we had to wait for the paint to dry. 11 o'clock, run number 2. Oh, I've got paint on my face, fuck's sake. See you in a mile. Second lap finished. 2.36 miles in the tank. I don't know what the pacing was of that one, but what I'm doing is pausing my Strava after each segment. I think this is going to go one of 2 ways, right? It's either going to be a really productive day, or it's going to start really productive, and then after I've done like a handful of runs and stuff, but I'd be interested to see, like obviously at the moment I've not sat down or anything. I probably won't for like a good 5 or 6 hours, but I'd be interested to see after I start sitting down what effect it has on my legs and how it feels to run after. So while I was running, dear Puddy, my boy, has taken the battery out because this box is getting changed to make an extension of this box. So we've got to get this out, but neither of us are very good at electrics, period. Got 15 minutes until I set off again, so just putting in some like, this is essentially going to be like a tool area that just houses like useful shit that we need access to pretty quick. So just putting all of that in. So in between doing the layers of paint on the bar, one of the other things that I wanted to get done was like this bit on the back of the beds here. We didn't want a carpet or anything. It just made more sense to build as like a housing space for a lot of the tools that we're going to need access to regularly. Obviously, some of the tools are a little bit bigger, i.e. the breaker bar and stuff. You can see I screwed it in the wrong place at first, so I had to change it. But we also have a couple of other bits, like the hookup cable that is massive and just isn't going to go anywhere, a tow rope, hammer, not a hammer, an axe and a saw, because if the van's, it's a big van, so if it's going down anywhere like small roads and stuff and the, you know, a tree's fallen in the way, it's always really helpful to have something that would just get you out of that pinch. We can just, you know, cut the branch off and get through a little bit easier. Oh fuck, that actually worked. It started raining, so I didn't film too much, but the pole is now back on. It is all black. I managed to get it in just before it pissed hard.
Pud has got the electrics box out, and I've got 9 minutes until I run again. Third lap going down as we speak. We've got a good amount done on the van now. The poles are done. The tool area at the back is more or less done. The metal that we ordered yesterday has arrived. The electric's all out. And we've come up with the plan for the bench and how the electric's going to go in there, which is sick. I can't remember what else we needed to do on the van today, but it has just started pissing hard. So today we're going to try and build the roof rack and the ladder and stuff as well, which will be good. But yeah, I'm going to stamp this out and I'll see you when I'm done. Currently 3.69 miles covered, average pace of 8:08 mile at the moment. Coffee time. This hour break is going to be coffee, drive to B&Q. I'm going to have to run somewhere around B&Q. In the meantime though, it's coffee time. Oh yes. At what point throughout the 24 hours do you reckon I'm going to get the amp?
About 3 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
How many miles is that? That's only going to be like 9.
Yeah, but you'll be like, fuck's sake, I've got to go running again.
It's weird because it's kind of nice in the sense of it like adds a structure to your day and it like forces you to not procrastinate. Like this is the first time that either of us have really stopped this morning, isn't it? But it's also like I feel like after I've done a couple of jobs, I'm sat there and I'm like clock watching, like oh fuck, we've got to go again now, we've got to go again now. So it almost at that point feels like an inconvenience. Do you know what I mean? In some shithole, running the 11 o'clock, the 1 o'clock mile, got to B&Q like a couple of minutes ago, so I just popped out and started running straight away, and then we're going to B&Q. Don't know where the fuck I am, but here we are. Good boy. B&Q trip is done. We are almost home. I took some phone calls and shit while we were driving back, and then my main priority currently is to urinate and then stamp another mile and a bit. I only done like 0.9 of a mile when we was at B&Q because I didn't really know where the fuck I was going. It was kind of hard to like gauge a full circle. So I'll add a little bit on this time. I think we're at like 4.5 miles, so I'll probably take us up to 6 on this run. Run number 5 is done. We are at 6 miles so far, or just over 6 miles. Which means we are well on track to smash a marathon in a day, which is cool. I have my first bite to eat now, because I'm getting hungry. The box has been successfully expanded. Now for my hourly run, I'm going to run and get a hole saw to put the vents in, because there's vents on these that need to go on this, and so that is the mission for now. Electrics update. Everything is rewired and connected and all working, and Puddy is screwing on all of the stuff again.
Puddy is screwing.
So that we can make sure it all is working properly, and then we are cooking. Happy with your work?
Oh, I wouldn't trust it.
This is why we are getting more electric work done, so that he can also double check all of this shit. It is 4:10, just over, just under 8.5 miles covered. So we're well over a quarter of the way. And I'd say we are cooking, baby.
Oh, see your testicles.
Lucky you.
What are you doing? It's slipped away from the fucking corner. Oh, I just pushed it back, that's why.
I've just dropped a fucking screw. Cunt.
Oh, yeah, I have another one. Got a whole box of them. We bought 100 for this bag.
So the goal here was to essentially put some conduit across the join in the carpet because A, I cut it really wonky and I wanted to hide it. And also B, we wanted to put some more plugs in at the end of the van and it was just easier to run it through conduit than it was anything else. But it proved to be a bit more difficult than anticipated. It's been a successful day of building. Electrics are all back in.
Well, temporarily.
Temporarily. Heater's on.
Can you will?
You probably can, yeah. I need to do the cushions later and get them squared up and stitched together. It's getting to the realms now where Pud's going to go home soon.
Oh, very soon.
Very soon. And I'm going to be like stuck on my own trying to keep myself entertained. I haven't eaten yet either, so as soon as I'm fucking back from this one, I'm eating because I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. Beyond having a flapjack bar, I've eaten nothing else and I'm absolutely cooked. So I'm literally fueled off of about 4 coffees and a lot of nicotine. So it's time to get some proper grub in me. But the problem, cut my fucking video. I can't eat anything heavy because if I eat something too heavy, I've got to run again within like 30 minutes of eating it. So I'm chundy, yeah, and it would have been pointless eating. Got 35 minutes to scran this. We've got 6 eggs and some sourdough toast and cheese. Nice fresh glass of orange juice. Scran this is a bit of dinner. I'm going to actually have to eat quite a lot over the next 12 hours. Otherwise I don't think I'm going to do this. So here we are. Hood has officially gone home. We've got a handful of jobs left for the van anyway that I can do on my own. A couple of there was like a spot of rust underneath one of the windows and we've primed it but kind of fucked it up, so I need to rub that back and respray it. We've got the colour matched paint now as well, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to rub that back now, maybe run a skim of primer across it. I've got about 10 minutes before I need to run again, so I'm just going to quickly like prep that and get that sorted. And then the pole's done. I need to carpet the box. That's the next job. So I've got to take the fuse box off the outside, carpet the box or the bench and do that. And then I'm going to make the cushions as well so that area is all done and cushy. That feels like a pretty good place to start. I reckon I could probably have everything squared away by like 8 o'clock. It's only 6 o'clock now, so I think we're in a good spot, man. I think we're in a very good spot. Got a nice coat of primer under the thing and got it all masked up. And now it's 6 o'clock, so I'm running again. See you in 10. 11 miles, checked off. Well on track for like a decent sub 4-hour marathon overall. If I can push like an extra 30 seconds faster on each mile, maybe not that much. Going forwards, I can probably quite easily get a sub 3:30, but I'm happy with sub 4, and I'm happy with finishing the fucking thing. It is time to. When I originally carpeted this, the bench was up against there, but it's not going to be up against there now. So it's time to carpet this little square, just to make it neat and tidy. So the goal for this section was to re-carpet the little square that I had missed when the box had been pushed up against the bed, but also to re-carpet around the box. So the box is essentially housing all of the electrics and the toilet as well. I'm now carpeting it at that point in time, just to make it look tidy. It makes everything feel a bit more cozy as well, which basically includes you spray like this adhesive stuff on the back of the carpet and then on whatever it is that you're putting the carpet on, and then line it all up and cut it to size. However, it's a bit of a pain in the arse to do on your own when it's in these really finicky places because it's trying to get down into these little gaps. So there's a lot of swearing involved. Fuck me. That was awkward. Next job, we've got to take this fuse box back off and the 12 volt thing back off. Carpet the box, put it back on, screw some holes for the vents, and then we're cooking. There's nothing I hate more than fucking about with electrics. Here's a really important question. If anyone in here is a real carpenter, right, do you get through 4 million Stanley blades a day. Because, oh my god, right, this has been ridiculous. Anytime I carpet in, yeah, obviously the knife just goes fucking blunt after about 3 cuts. Have I just got really shit quality Stanley knife blades? Or is it like an actual carpenter's thing? This is really frustrating. Should have done this when Pud was here. Oh no. Boom. This is a bit of a count. I'm going to put one more coat of white on the outside by the window. I'm going to put my head torch on and stamp another mile. It is 7 o'clock. We are almost halfway. Bro, I'm covered in carpet. It's dark outside now, so we're on head torch duty. So I got cut out by my alarm going off. Sexy. This is for the halfway point. This should take us to 13.75. If I think I'm at 12.5, I think should be 13.75. I'll let you know. I gotta say, like, so far, I was expecting it to be a lot more like knackering. It's actually not. Like, one of the hardest parts I find about running is the first part of getting yourself going and like actually getting out to do it. And I'm not really having that. Like, I kind of just step off, go. I know it's not for long, so it's not really that big a deal. Normally after 12 miles, if I was to run 12 miles and stop, like, my legs would be knackered, do you know what I mean? Even though I can obviously go for longer, as soon as I stop, I suffer a lot more. But doing a mile at a time, it's like weirdly not tiring at all. I actually feel fine. And all I've done today is run and like manual shit, so it's quite nice. It's actually refreshing, and it's been a really productive day because I don't really have time to sit there fucking about and like doing nothing. I only really have 45 minutes to do like whatever work it is that I want to do in that 45 minutes, and sometimes that 45 minutes flies by, and other times I'm like feel like I'm sat there sort of clock watching a little bit. So it's really interesting actually. But we're gonna get this bit of carpet trimmed up and then carpet the top section, and then I just want to rub back the bit outside again and then give it another lick, and it's pretty cooking then. We made some really good progress today. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Oh, bollocks. How much fucking extra space does carpet take? Thank you. Oh, that is swanky, you know. I feel like I'm in a porn video. Black carpet, like plush black carpet everywhere. Fuck, there was a screw going through it somewhere. Have I missed it? Yes, I have. Wash my hands, put the kettle on, run, have a coffee. We are currently at 13.6 miles covered, which I'm pretty pleased with. Like, my body actually feels really good. I'm about to sit down for a little bit because I'm going to have a nice coffee, and the next job that I really want to crack on with is tailoring all of the cushions, and I don't have a sewing machine, so I need to sit down and hand sew it. And I'm a little bit worried at this point because it's cold outside now and it's warm inside. But also, this will be the first time I've really sat down for any length of time beyond like 10 minutes to eat my dinner. So I'll be interested to see if like lactic acid build up or like DOM starts setting in. So I'm going to try and like not sit down for too long at a time. Obviously the max I can really sit down for is like 40-50 minutes, but
I'm going to try to avoid it if I can. I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do and sat down for too long. Legs are a little bit tight now, so maybe when I get back I think I'm going to stretch a little bit and start the tailoring on the cushions, because I didn't start that. I kind of looked at it and thought, yeah, nah. But what I might do is run in gloves this time round, because otherwise it's going to take like 20 minutes for my hands to warm up again to start sewing. So let's do that. Yeah. Oh fuck. Now I am horrendous at sewing, but at this point we're like well over 15 miles in. I can't even remember how far it was now. I'm horrendous at sewing, but we wanted to save as much of the stuff from the original van build as possible. And so by using the cushions that they had as mattresses for like the bench and stuff, it felt like we wasn't wasting anywhere near as much. So I cut them all to size to fit the bench and sewed them all up together, which was more of a, I think, a nosebleed than I initially imagined, because I don't have a sewing machine, so I sewed it all by hand, which was horrendous. So the sewing isn't nice. I'm still recording, fuck. Well, 16.3 miles complete. I mean, they look like something out of Frankenstein, but they are now both successfully stitched together. And they should fit, because I cut them while they were in place. Fucking boom! That is fucking shit. But that's the job. Oh, and put them in the van. The cushions are on, and they're looking pretty cushy. Right. It's just vibes, really. What I'll probably do is either get some smaller like throw cushions, or make some smaller cushions out of what we've got. Maybe just see if I can find some pillowcases and just fill them up with the foam, so the foam's not going to waste, and then just bin the covers. But yeah, that's the van done for the day. So we'll do like a full tour obviously when it's fully done in a different video. But we've got a lot done today in here and I'm really pleased. So yeah, that's that part done now. We've got 45 minutes until the next run. Gonna have some food, some toast or some ice cream. I fancy ice cream. Gonna have some ice cream. Got some fruit and ice cream. Is a almost midnight snack. Food's good, man. It's midnight run time, baby. Ignore the clock in the background. That clock doesn't work. It is midnight. Let's cross the 18 mile mark, baby. This will take us to just below 19 mile. And we're almost done. Like 3/4 of the way after this run, which is pretty exciting. I'm knackered now. See you in a mile. I've dragged all of the day in the life footage into Premiere. Nice sleepy Charlie there. We've got 3 hours of footage. I mean, some of it's sort of like more general meat and stuff like that. Last like hour was just for a meeting, but there's some funny bits in there. But yeah, gonna start editing this now. I've got 14 minutes until I run again, so I'm going to start ordering everything and then I'll go for an edit all properly after. We're making some good progress on the day in the life video. It doesn't really need like too much like special editing or anything. It's going to be relatively raw. But it's now 1 o'clock, so time to surpass. I believe this will be the 20 mile mark. Bro, you know what? You're trying to put this on one-handed. It's not the vibe. I feel like a fucking div. Okay. Alright. See you on the other side. 20.3 miles covered, which means we are officially less than 6 miles away from finishing. Which is fucking gas. It's 1:15 in the morning. I'm going to carry on editing this day of the life video. Might take a walk up the shops. Get my ankles working. Where the fuck do I pay this thing? Be asleep by about 2ish. Nice one. I've got the day in the life video like all chopped up, ordered, and like the basic footage where I want it. But it's still 40 minutes long, so I want to trim at least like 10-15 minutes off. It is currently 10 to 2. So this will take us up to like 21 and a half? No, Yeah, 21.5 miles. This is now like the really interesting hours, because this is where I've normally finished stream. I'm like finishing up work for the night and going to bed. I also generally toast at this time of night, hence the hunger. So this is where it's going to be probably a lot more difficult to stay awake. I've been awake. It's not that long. It's only like 17 hours so far. I don't know. Yeah, I think about 17 hours. What time do I wake up? Like 9? We'll get this mile done, see how I feel, yam some toast. That'll make me feel a bit better regardless. Legs are starting to get stiff now because I've been sitting down for the last few hours in between runs, obviously editing and shit. Gotta say that running at 2 o'clock in the morning is a new op for me. But here we are. Let's get her done. I've managed to trim the day in the life down to not 18:40. A little bit more to do, not much. Time for the 3 o'clock run. I'm starting to experience the problems that obviously where I've been sat down, my legs are getting a little bit sorer. They're still holding strong, but obviously sitting and then running and then sitting and then running catches up with you. We push through, so let's strap up the head torch and get going. It's 3:15 in the morning, and I've officially only got 3 miles left. I've just watched back the final cut of the day in the life, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it needs anything spectacular added to it, so I'm just going to leave it really raw, unfiltered, and just literally simple cuts. I don't think it needs to be a schwaz like Ponzi video, because it's a very old school style video anyway. I cannot wait to clean this off as out because look at the state of this mush. But yeah, second to last run incoming. Got literally 1.5 miles left. So I'm going to export this video. I'm not going to bother uploading it now because it'll take ages, but I'm going to export this video, run the last 1.5 miles, go in, have a shower, and get a few hours sleep. So yeah, I'm actually really excited. I'll be real, right? This wasn't necessarily supposed to be like a challenge. It was more just a case of like something fun, an interesting way to run a marathon. My legs are really starting to feel it now, but I also do think that's from sitting, because it has only started since I've been sitting down. The level of productivity today has been pretty incredible, particularly during the day. After I was left on my own a little bit, like I definitely slacked off and ended up getting distracted and stuff, and I obviously had to use up like a fair amount of time to eat and stuff. But beyond that, feeling pretty strong, like I'm feeling good. But before I finish off this last leg, if by some miracle you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. I hope you've been keeping up to date with all the other videos in the series and will continue watching them. And if you have been enjoying them, like, I appreciate that. And, you know, smash a like, subscribe. If I've learned something from today, it's that actually breaking it up and breaking up your day as a whole is a really nice way of doing it. Having this kind of weird structure, I think, has definitely been pretty beneficial, which is really cool. The sun is starting to rise, and I've got 0.6 of a mile left. Very excited for my bed. I'm feeling it now. And I'm in my own head. I'm fucking tired and I'm near the end. So, 26.3, a little over a marathon complete. I'm going to bed.